Yo, what's going on, fellas? How are you doing on this great Friday morning? That's right, it should be a glorious day. You've got the weekend right around the corner. For a lot of you, it could be a long weekend as we're on to the 4th of July weekend, which brings barbecues, beers, fireworks, friends, family, and festivities. And I hope you guys have a fantastic celebrating and having a good time this week. And don't forget about your sports, and don't forget about your sports betting. That's what we do each and every single morning here. We recap the previous day, and then live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, myself and the Hockey Squirrel will preview today's MLB slate. Of course, it's a loaded slate, as there is every single Friday, 15 games. I've got a plethora of bets to go ahead and share with you guys. I couldn't be more excited for this baseball card. First, let's go ahead and recap yesterday, and dare I say, we're on a little bit of a win streak. Yes, sir, that's 2 days in a row. We put money in our pocket, so that's why we've got the flames at the bottom of this tweet, because we are heating up after losing. We've turned the corner, couple days in profit, albeit small, but we're turning the corner, and we're starting to put some money in your pocket. And yesterday we did that at plus 0.42 units. Let's go ahead and remember those good times and bad times from yesterday. What about that Tigers F5 team total? As I said on Twitter, it's death, it's taxes, and it's Tigers F5 team totals up against left-handed pitching. And I know there may be some great trends out there that I don't bet, but I'm also probably not aware of them, right? If I'm aware of a trend, I'm going to go ahead and bet it. You've been following me long enough. Well, that Tigers versus left-handers, like if you're not betting that, like, what the hell are you doing? Tigers against a left-hander. And today they're going up against Austin Gomber. I already had a couple of you on Twitter know what the play is. Of course we're backing the Tigers. Austin Gomber, one of the worst pitchers in all of baseball, left-handed, going up against this Tigers team at Coors Field. We got that team total yesterday over 1.5. You go to Coors Field, arguably the worst left-handed pitcher in baseball, and they only bumped it up to 2.5? Are you kidding me? Lock that bet on in today. We also hit Joe Musgrove over 17.5. I was a little sweaty right there. His pitch count was always like in a range where you felt a little bit uncomfortable, right? He had 74 pitches going into the 5th inning. You needed a good 5th inning. You couldn't have him go 16, 18 pitches was what he was primarily doing most of these innings. You need something quick, around 10, 12 pitches. My man showed up, and how about he did 8 pitches in the 5th inning, get out of there on 82 pitches, come back out for the 6th inning, even though he gave up a run. The manager's okay with Joe Musgrove going 6 innings strongs, only giving up 2 runs. That's a good outing, and that's what he did. And then you add on to that Zach Greinke to not be the winning pitcher, and you get a good plus money cash. Look, we were a little confused on how to play Zach Greinke yesterday just because of the odds. Obviously, you couldn't do the walk angle because they had that at 0.5, which he picks up not only 2 walks, he picks up all 2 walks in the 1st inning. This guy's incredible how if he's going to walk a batter, it's going to be in the 1st inning when he doesn't quite seem to have his control dialed in. And then he just doesn't walk another batter. I don't know if you guys live bet the under. I actually completely forgot about it. Hopefully you guys did, because we've talked about live betting his under on his walks prop after the 1st inning. But with him getting 2 walks, hopefully that'll drive it back up to 1.5. And of course, we'll bet that. But we also didn't quite know how to do that outs prop. I think over was certainly the right play pre-match, but man, he has so many of these outings where he gets pulled early, but he does go over his outs, he goes over his walks, and he is not the winning pitcher. Boy, but in that game, we got a little bit of a heartbreak there with that Guardians money line. You got Shane Bieber dominating all game like you think he's going to go ahead and do. They're up 2-0 in the 8th inning. And you know when I got a shitty feeling is when the Guardians brought Steven into the game. I watched I watched a lot of baseball yesterday. I watched a lot of the Pirates, Padres, and then once Musgrove went 6 strong, I flipped it over to this Guardians Royals. The announcer, though, when Steven came on out of the bullpen for the Guardians, no shit, this is what he said. He said, and Stevens appeared 2 nights ago for the Guardians and promptly gave up 2 runs in the 8th inning. Like, here we are in the 8th inning. 2 runs will go ahead and tie this game up. Why do I feel like this guy's going to go ahead and give up 2 runs? And sure enough, he does. He gives up 2 runs, tied ball game. Dramatic finish, though, in extra innings. Jose Ramirez, and I sent out a tweet with the absolute dynamite, fantastic slide. I only needed to see the replay once. Of course, all these leagues seem to prolong the replay. I don't know why these replays are so goddamn long, but it took them 5 minutes to understand what I got in one play that Jose Ramirez slid like an absolute dog getting up under the tag of Salvador Perez. Phenomenal play, getting up, wagging the finger. I hear you, Jose. You had all kinds of confidence that you got in there. You did get in there. But unfortunately, the Guardians give it up there in the bottom. If you're in the extra innings, the home team always has the advantage. That was a little bit of a sick feeling there when that game went into extra innings. So tripped up on that one. Tripped up on under 16.5 hits in Yankees in the Athletics game. That one went over. I think it was 20 hits or 21. Not crazy over, but the Yankees bats certainly woke up in that game. But what about Ohtani? Over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I gave up on watching that game because he started off striking out his first 2 at-bats. Then he got intentionally walked. Then he basically got intentionally walked on his 4th plate appearance. It was classified as a walk, but boy, they were certainly pitching around him. I didn't even think he'd get another at-bat. I stopped paying attention, and then I saw on Twitter people talking about Ohtani cashing over 1.5 total bases, and I was like, total bases? So he got a double? Or did he hit a home run? Oh, Ohtani steps up in the bottom of the 9th inning, cranks out a 2-run blast with Mike Trout on base. Cash that over 1.5 hits, run, and RBIs. Dramatic effing cash right there. One that ends up saving the day when you look back on it when it's all said and done. We also got that NRFI to hit in that Marlins-Red Sox game. Anybody ever cashed a NRFI in a Marlins game? Yeah, I bet you have 83% of the time because they're the league worst in the MLB. 83% of the time, the Marlins can't score in the first inning. You knew with Luzardo on the mound, the Red Sox weren't going to get it done in the first inning, although they did get a couple guys on base. Luzardo is awfully good. We've talked about those numbers. Those are numbers where you just blindly back it and live with the result. That NRFI came through at minus 105. What about Adam Wainwright under 17.5 outs? How the hell do they give that at around even money? And I don't care if you came along a couple hours later and catching the payoff pitch and saw it at minus 130. You still bet that shit. Guy had cashed that in all but one start, going up against an extremely hot Astros team versus right-handed pitching. Are you kidding me? He couldn't even get 2 innings as they rocked his sorry ass and sent him packing. You know, it is Wainwright, veteran, but that's what happens with these guys. They hang on too long. I mean, this guy's getting rocked at every start. Time to hang it up there, Waino. You've had a hell of a career. Ain't no shame. Hang it up, bro. Don't go out like this by just getting rocked in every goddamn start. I hate to see that right there, but love getting a good plus money cash. Cubs on that F5, they couldn't get it done, losing the game 3-1. They were a popular dog, it seemed like, all day on social media. It was a great play. Good dog, good bullpen. You saw the game. The bullpen kept it nice and tight, kept it a close game, 3-1. Just didn't quite go their way, early or late. And then Giants F5 team total. Hell, they didn't score any runs until the 9th inning. They were completely shut out by Chris Bassett. He was dealing 12 Ks, 6 innings pitched. Chris Bassett was on it. Just kind of, tip your little cap to him right there. He had a good outing. But we keep the win streak alive 2 days in a row, putting money in your pocket at plus 0.42 units. All right, fellas, let's hop in that comment section, see what you guys are doing on this great Friday morning on a holiday weekend. And then again, big payoff pitch today. Big card. And probably going to add to it. Want to feel out the squirrel. What are some overs he likes? What are some unders he likes? Because that's what I'm willing to pull the trigger on now. I've got all the player props done. We've done all the game props. It's just now down to overs and unders. Feel out the squirrel at 11 a.m. and then possibly add some more. Maybe more than 14 plays. What's going on, fellas? How are you doing? Let's hop in this comment section. As you can hear, as of most days, I am fired up and feeling good. Headed to Michigan bright and early Saturday morning, rolling on to the other side of the lake to have ourselves a good old 4th of July. What's up, Tyler? It's raining here, and it's raining, and it's wonderful. Oh, you're in a drought. Okay. That makes sense. Hope you're doing good, Tyler. DeGent, let's go, dog. Morning. Nebraska, with your positivity coming up in here every morning. I've been in losing streaks like hell, and you've been one of the several. It's obviously not just you, Nebraska. It's several that just give you that positive vibes, which is what you need. We've turned the corner, man. Hopefully you're reaping the rewards. Love to see it. Let's go. They wouldn't let you bet his under walks yesterday live. Shit. Hate to see that. Love to see that you were dialed in, though, Tyler. You're dialed in. I love people that take the leans that we talk about on payoff pitch and incorporate them maybe in some of their own plays, like they're ready. Tyler, ready to live bet the under on walks. DraftKings, man, it's so damn good. They don't even want to give it to you. That's all right. 1.5 is coming back. With him getting 2, 1.5 will come back. Do you know where you can get that live cranky under walks? DraftKings is the only place I've seen it. FanDuel doesn't offer a walks prop. It's only Caesars and DraftKings. I don't know if Caesars does it live. DraftKings does do it live. Apparently, according to Tyler, they weren't offering it yesterday, but they generally do. Yeah, not on FanDuel. Nope. He looked for 2 innings. It's such a good play, and you knew he wasn't going to walk anybody else. It's incredible stuff what that guy does. Absolutely stuff. Money-making weekend, Brian. God damn it, Brian. I'm hoping so, man. It's not been kind to us. The past 3-ish weekends, maybe 4 weekends, has not been kind. Something feels different about this weekend. Something feels different about this weekend. All right. Good. What else you guys got? Guys, have you guys seen the new soccer kits for next year? I'm going to go ahead and purchase the Manchester City away kit. Looks absolutely beautiful. And yes, this United fan is walking around with the City jersey after they made me $7,000 this May. Damn right I am. I'm also going to go ahead and get that Newcastle home kit. The Newcastle home looks really sharp. And I'm going to get the United away kit. It says green with red stripes. Ooh, you guys got any jerseys in mind that you're going to go ahead and purchase? The new kits for the 2023-2024 season have dropped. They're out there. They look really stinking good. Give me a City away, give me United away, and give me Newcastle home jersey. Want to add those to the collection. Morning, Ross. Yeah, man, it's Friday. Friday, dog. Hell yeah. Let's keep ringing that cash register. Let's hear it again. Because we won't be around this weekend to hear it. We'll be ringing it, but we won't be hearing it. Turn the corner, Brian. Nice. Nice for the ears. Like it, Brian. All right. I'm curious if Hockey Squirrel's, quite honest, going to be here today. He hasn't replied to some of my messages this morning on Twitter. We'll see if Hockey Squirrel joins me or if I'm just going to be sitting here by myself rolling out a bunch of MLB bets. Again, I've got 14 locked in. Ready to add some more over-unders. Ready to add some more. Just want to feel out the squirrel, see how maybe he sees this MLB slate. Love it. We've got some great bets, fellas. Some of them I've shared on Twitter. I have not shared them all. Some of them I've shared on Twitter. Some of them I have. 1, 2. God, what a beautiful. Look at all these bets. It's like, what's the best bet? I don't know. To be quite honest. What's the best bet? Shit, I don't know. So many good bets in here. I just want to bet them all. And I have bet them all. And I will bet them all. And I'll cash them all. Let's get it, boys. Thoughts on taking Steele over 17.5. Looks like that was a funny line right there in Nebraska. Saw that line this morning. It was at 17.5. Was like, he's probably going to go 6 strong. Like, he's probably going to go 6 strong. Was researching, doing other kind of works, and it went to 16.5. I said, what? Who the hell bet the under to drop that down? So obviously I bet 16.5, tweeted it out immediately. I did see it's gone back up to 17.5. I always considered it awfully strong at 17.5. I think it's there. The hit rate doesn't really change, that much. The guy's generally going 6 strong, so I like it. The Guardians are struggling versus left-handers, basically hitting 200 at 207. So I like it. And the Guardians are actually striking out to them a lot at 22.6%. Like, you never see the Guardians above 20%. Never see the Guardians above 22, and they're at 22.6. Again, they're not hitting left-handers at 207. It's a good spot for him. It's an absolutely good spot for him to dominate like he's generally been doing. I like Cubs on the full game money line. That's my payoff pitch double play. One of the legs is Cubs on the money line. Bullpen's been fantastic. Bullpen's actually number 1 across the board. Their opponent's batting average is 125. 125 in the last 10 days. Opponent's batting average off that Cubs bullpen. I like it. And you know how much I like the Guardians bullpen, but this Cubs bullpen has better ERA, FIP, WHIP, opponent's batting average, and BABIP over the Guardians bullpen. Cubs bullpen is humming along. Again, you saw them yesterday keeping that game close, giving them a chance to come back in that game, even though it didn't happen. Yeah, you can take Steele over 17.5. Make sure you're getting it around plus money, obviously, because you're getting the extra out. But I still like it. I was there, and then obviously once I saw it fell to 16.5, it was an absolute just bet it and give it out, obviously, immediately. It can't be at 16.5. What was it was like some of those bets yesterday that we took, like Tigers F5 team total, can't be at 1.5 against left-handed pitching. Can't be against 1.5. They almost got runs in the first inning. They didn't quite do it. Then they get them in the second inning and give us a cash. Hell, then they added a ton more and actually beat the Rangers. Now they're going to Colorado, getting a left-hander in Gomber, getting the Denver air where the ball flies out of the ballpark. Tigers today have to be a hammer spot and live with the results. I've got 3 bets on the Tigers. I'm on that F5 team total. I'm on that full game team total, and I'm on that money line. They've got way far the better bullpen. Not only do they have the better bullpen, Rocky's bullpen is bottom 5. Pull up the numbers here. Rocky's bullpen. How about the worst ERA at 8.36? How about the worst opponent's batting average at 348? How about the worst whip at 1.94? How about the 5th worst FIP at 495? How about the worst BABIP at 420? How about they allow 1.43 home runs per 9 innings? This bullpen is dog shit. Feel the confidence to double dip on the Tigers. F5 team total, full game team total, money line, triple dip. Live with the results. It's an absolutely fantastic spot. Fantastic spot. And you could take Gomber and not be the winning pitcher. I thought about doing that as a juice reducer, but then I had some Yu Darvish nightmares actually creep into my head, and I was like, okay, I already got burned on that shit once. Like, God forbid, Lorenzen isn't the starter or something happens. So, but I'm comfortable backing that Tigers offense. If you get Gomber, boy, should this Tigers offense feast. And again, feast off that league's worst bullpen. Everything is absolute bottom worst except for the FIP. Except for the FIP, everything's bottom of the goddamn barrel in terms of average, whip, ERA, BABIP. Home run per 9 was 2nd worst in the league. Smash spot for the Tigers today. It's absolutely smash spot for the Tigers today. All right, let's, I don't think we're going to hit Hockey Squirrel today. I'm going to message him again right now on Twitter, but I don't see it. You guys ought to know we're feeling good too right now. I actually had a guy hit me up on Twitter and was like on the what was it? Tuesday. He said, "Hey, Patrick Corbin's pitching. What's the Corbin fade today?" I said, "Oh, you haven't been checking my Twitter because I took Nationals run line at plus money, plus 110, plus 1.5 run. Nationals will win this goddamn game. We're feeling it, boys. We're making the right decisions." God, it's the same. Although it's a little annoying, it's the same work I put in during the losing streak. I'm not sitting here working any goddamn more. I can't work anymore. I'm busting my ass each and every single day. Just the results seem to be there the last 2 days, and hopefully they can stick for today and also through the weekend. What's going on, DeGent? You're hoping to catch Gombers over on outs if it comes down more. Rock's bullpen got destroyed last night. I saw it's at 14.5. I mean, it ain't going any lower than that. It ain't going to go to 13.5. So if you like it, if you think he can go 5 innings, which is certainly not unheard of him to go 5. He ain't going to go. I wouldn't imagine him going. But last time I checked, it was at 14.5. He's probably going to go 5 innings, and that's it. So if you like him, I would. It won't go from 14 to 13. Do I dare ask what happened with Yu Darvish? Oh, he just got sick pre-match, and I was on the full Pirates fade, team total under, Padres run line, and Rich Hill to be the losing pitcher. We do pick up a win in that game because we were also targeting the Padres versus left-handers. That came through because that didn't change. Rich Hill was still the starter. But now Rich Hill's going to be the winning pitcher because he's going up against some slap ass for the Padres bullpen day. And obviously then they run up the score. So, yeah, it was you know what? You know what it brought up really pain? And it wasn't. The NBA one was painful. Remember when Jared Allen? Remember you didn't hear shit about him pre-match? We took over on something, and then 6 minutes into the game, he left the game due to an illness. Like it was like one of them painful ones. And just because it was an illness, like it connected me to Jared Allen during the NBA season. That was a brutal beat. The Cavs did us goddamn dirty. Oh, Squirrel is calling. Okay, Squirrel's calling in. Hang tight, fellas. I just nice. Let's get it, boys. Hang tight. Get that Yu Darvish message off. Hey there, guys. Welcome on to the holiday edition, the July 4th, Friday episode here of the Payoff Pitch, live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. He's, of course, the Hockey Squirrel, and I'm Jason, where we preview the MLB slate every day. We give you our favorite underdog, favorite just best bet of the day. What about our favorite parlay? What about some pitching props and maybe even some hitting props that we like? You get that all right here on the Payoff Pitch, live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's get Squirrel's opening thoughts and quick hits. Good morning, my man.
Hey, hit both my pitching props last night. I got that the Dodgers one. He got exactly five.
Love
can't
it.
remember his name. Sheehan is his name. Hey, and really, the Rockies were winning for like the first 3 or 4 innings, and then that didn't happen so well. But oh well. And who was the other one? I think it was a Tigers pitcher. Can't remember his name.
You did Reese Olson? You took his over? Because he didn't last very long in that game, surprisingly. He was pitching fairly well.
No, I did under 5.5.
Oh,
so
under.
he only got 2, and I won that. So that was cool. And hey, I sent 3 overnight lines in my newsletter from hockeysquirrel.com, and I think I'm planning on giving out 1 or 2 of them anyway here. Got an absolute steal for It's a Steal. One long shot today, no WNBA, and I'm going to be going over the pitching props live with you because I have all the projections done. I just haven't picked one. So it's the only thing that I haven't filled out for my 9 innings there. But
I can't
other
wait
than that,
till
I'm
to that.
fairly ready to go today.
Can't wait till we get to pitching props. I've got so many pitching props today. Love the way, obviously, Friday starts a new series across Major League Baseball.
So here's how we can do it on this wonderful Friday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
We can have you give me the areas of interest. I'll check the projections in the books, and then we'll find something to agree on.
Oh, okay. All right. I like it right there. Just to remind everybody, just want to hit it here at the beginning of the show, and then, of course, we'll hit it at the end. Probably no surprise to anybody, but we will not have a show Monday, Tuesday of next week. Obviously, Monday, Tuesday, everybody will be barbecuing, grilling, enjoying fireworks, family, friends. Just like you have no desire to go ahead and sit here and listen to this show, I have no desire to also sit here and do this show. So Monday, Tuesday, no show next week. All right, Squirrel, let's get on into it. We call it Around the Bases.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a couple games and break these suckers on down and give them all some winners. What you got there, Bo?
Well, I've been liking to do these one over, one under in the Around the Bases. The over I'd like to start off with is one that I did send out in the newsletter last night. I picked the Yankees and the Cardinals today to go over 9.5. You've had the Cardinals kind of struggling there a little bit against the Astros, so looking for a bounce back. But if you look at the numbers of the starting pitching, it certainly suggests that hits should be plentiful in the early part of this game. With Severino coming out for the Yankees, I think at a 1.5 whip rating, and Liberatore not much better at 1.65 for whip ratings. I think the ERAs aren't very good there either. Yeah, I mean, you're looking for a Cardinals bounce back. I think just to touch on this, then I did send out with the over for the 3rd day in a row. Yes, I'm on the Cardinals money line once again. Didn't happen the last 2 days, but I will take it once again, and an over. But the over is really more so the pick here for this inning. So starting pitching doesn't look fantastic, and I think one of these bullpens isn't the most top tier. I want to say it might be the Cardinals pitching isn't super trustworthy.
The Cardinals
lately.
pitching is actually quite god awful. Why would you're on the Cardinals money line?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna just we'll just start with this game then. You like the over and the Cardinals money line. I hate to be against you on this one, but I like the Yankees money line. I sent the play out last night, -105. I do not think that has moved at all. I think Cardinals remain slight favorites at -115, with the Yankees as a small dog at -105. But what have the Yankees been doing lately against left-handed pitching? You saw it yesterday up against Hogan Harris. All they've been doing is hitting the ball. 289 batting average, 140 weighted runs created. They're not striking out at 17.2%. Hell of a lot of power, slugging .513. Again, they're getting Liberatore, who you just said in their own right is terrible. Yeah, he is really stinking bad. Didn't last long against the Cubs last time out in London, getting chased early in games, giving up runs. He projects like a Hogan Harris, who the Yankees were absolutely able to rock yesterday. And this Cardinals offense continues to struggle. League average right now versus right-handers, whether it's batting average at 253, the weighted runs created at 91, it's all league average. Not much power, right? Arenado, Goldschmidt, there's no power. They're only slugging 348. And we're in the bullpen, you're going to get some massive advantages. How about one team's ERA at 1.57? How about the Cardinals come in at 5.34? How about one team's FIP is 2.75, the other one's 5.39? How about opponent's batting average for the Yankees at 186, where the Cardinals is 254? It gets worse when you talk about BABIP. I mean, it's 256 or 246 against 289. This Yankees bullpen is vastly outperforming this Cardinals bullpen. I want the better offense. I want the better starter. I want the better bullpen. And you're going to charge me minus 105? It's the Yankees today, and it's an absolute no-brainer play. Let's go ahead at Bronx Bombers. What's another game for you, Squirrel?
Yeah, so that was hello. Okay, if that was my over, I have an under with a real low total, but it's quite justified there. At the end of the night, I think is probably one of the last games, if not the last games, the Rays and the Mariners. You have Shane McClanahan going up against Bryce Miller, and there are some elite numbers here in, as you like to say, the back of their baseball card. You're looking at two ERA and a 1.1 WHIP on McClanahan. You're looking at a 3.8 ERA, but a sub-1 WHIP on Bryce Miller there. And I remember right, I think he gets a lot of strikeouts. It's either Bryce Miller or is there a Bobby Miller too? Maybe one of
Bobby Miller's on the Dodgers. Mm-hmm.
Is he a strikeout machine? I might be getting them confused. But either way, the numbers look fantastic. And if you remember from all the times I brought up T-Mobile Park in my data modeling, it was always driving those games low to like 7 runs. It's where it was always coming out. So all that added up, I believe you have a good case for an under here.
All right, so you like the under in late night in Seattle. Yeah, you've definitely mentioned the unders. That's a great hit rate. I'm going to go to Colorado, Squirrel. It's got to be, hell, this could be in coming to a stretch where we like to give out our best bet of the day, but I kind of already had something filled in there. But this has got to be the best bet. I should have reformatted it because I got 3 bets from this game. Tigers money line going on against the Rockies. Tigers F5 team total. And then Tigers full game team total. I want everything about the Tigers, obviously against a left-hander. I feel like I don't need to give their numbers. We're well aware about how much they crushed left-handed pitching. Got a cash yesterday in the second inning up against the Rangers, cashing their F5 team total. So, of course, I'm doing the F5 team total with how they hit left-handers. But then I want a piece of the league worst bullpen. How about the Rockies' worst ERA, worst WHIP, worst opponent's batting average, 5th worst FIP, and worst BABIP? That's what's coming out of the bullpen when Austin Gomber's done getting his shit kicked in. Is the league's worst bullpen. I want the full game money line. I want the 2 team totals. I want that F5 and I want that full game. Tigers bullpen's just been really great. Top 10 bullpen right now. Just been fantastic. Doing really good in that Texas series, giving them a chance to win multiple games in that series. No surprise, the 2 games they won in that series were the 2 where they faced the left-hander and Andrew Haney, and then whoever the hell that guy was yesterday, Cody Bradford, I believe it was. It's a shitty bullpen, shitty starter going, fantastic offense versus left-handers, and they're actually coming around versus right-handers. I want everything about it. Tigers money line, Tigers F5 team total, Tigers full game team total. Sign me up. Shut up and pitch time. I'd like to give these guys some pitching props. Let's do it.
Yeah. So give me your area of interest. I have the projections, and I will let you know kind of what it looks like for numerical, I guess, and whatever makes sense. Then usually you're of the side of the higher strikeout rates, the handedness, all these things. I just kind of look at numbers. So if we can combine the 2, I think we might be able to come up with a good play or 2 here.
All right. So you want me to fire off some pitching props? Okay.
Sure.
What do you have for, what the hell is this guy's first name? I only got his second name. Osvaldo Bido. What do you got for him?
Oh, yes. The Pirates, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have a projection for him. The first one you picked, unfortunately. No, I don't believe I do have it.
All right.
I don't believe I do.
Here is Osvaldo Bido. He's taking on the Brewers. We love picking on the Brewers. What do? Well, they can't hit worth shit. They also strike out a ton at 28%. They only hit 219. They don't slug at 348. And their weighted runs created is god-awful at 79. Bido has gone over 4.5 Ks in all 3 starts. He's had 6, 7, and 5, and one of those was a repeat performance against the Cubs where he came back stronger and got one more strikeout. Love everything about that. Why is this number 4.5 Ks at minus 112 when he's hit it in 3 starts? He's hit it against a repeat performance, and now he's facing the Brewers, who are just awful against right-handers. It's Bido. And I actually think he's also going to go over 16.5 outs, and you can find that at plus money. So I'll double dip on this guy. Give me over 4.5 Ks. Give me over 16.5 outs as well. Let's hit you with another one. What do you have for John Gray of the Texas Rangers?
Let me look. I was just checking the free projections from the DFS sites that I would normally use if I wasn't trying to do like paid services or premium or custom projections that I've made myself. The free services have him projected at 5.5 strikeouts for Osvaldo.
Osvaldo has him for what? 3.5? Shit, they're gonna be.
What? No, 5.5. They have him for Osvaldo, the free ones.
5.5.
So
let's get it.
Yeah, you said over. Yes, that's okay. Now we're talking John Gray.
Let's get it.
I see a line of 5.5 projected 5.1, so the under at even money roughly.
That's right. That's the play. John Gray under 5.5 at plus 102. Plus 102. He's going up against this Astros team, which is phenomenal versus right-handed pitching. Look what they've done recently against this Cardinals staff. They have rocked the starters. They've rocked their reliever. That's all they're doing right now is just hitting the baseball. And they're the best team right now at avoiding the strikeout versus right-handed pitching at 17%. Their weighted runs created is 145. They're hitting 289. They're slugging 511. They should send this boy John Gray packing in early. Should they send down? And if you're wondering, he went up against his Astros team last year, and he stayed under 5.5 Ks. Give me this hot Astros team up against John Gray going under 5.5 Ks. As the Squirrel said, it's plus 102. Let me get you with another one then. What do you have for Liberatore there of the Cardinals?
Let's see here. I have projected 3.9 with a current line of 3.5, so it would be over at minus 105. Over 3.5.
Okay. If I was to take that one, I would take the under. I'm going to trust the Yankees heating up. Their stats are really coming up versus both left and right-handers, but really shining right now versus left-handers, and obviously he is a left-hander. So I would actually do the over, and you can get it, or the under, sorry, you can basically get it at even money. Let's do 2 more then right here, Squirrel. Let's go ahead and do Austin Gomber going up against the Tigers team. What do you have for Gomber?
Miraculously, he's got minus 142 at FanDuel, I think, for over 3.5, projected 4.3, which is surprising to me.
No surprise, I would obviously take the under on Austin Gomber, expecting him to have a rough day against one of the better left-handed hitting teams in all of baseball. Let's do one more then, and that guy is, pull up my notes here. Who was it? Oh, yeah, Tommy Henry, friend of the program here of the Diamondbacks. Tommy Henry of the Diamondbacks. What do you got for old Henry boy?
Not finding him for the ones that I've made, so I will look at the free projections here and go, Henry, where are you? Under 4.5 minus 135 would be BetMGM. 4.1 is the expectation or the projection.
Okay, cool. And that's exactly what I would do as well. If I'm looking to fade Tommy or play Tommy Henry today, I would take the under. Let's talk about a couple outs props. Let's take Justin Steele over 16.5 outs at minus 135, over in 10 of his 14 starts. Guardians offense is cooling off quite quick right now versus left-handers, only hitting 207, striking out at 22.6%. Not a high number, but high for the Guardians at 22.6%. They're never above 20%. So to see them at 22.6, that was a little bit surprising. Just plays right into their really piss-poor batting average, piss-poor weighted runs created at 80, and they can't slug right now at 402. So just an offense that's cooling off. Justin Steele over in 10 of 14. Love him going over 16.5 outs. Also love Bobby Miller of the Los Angeles Dodgers to go over 16.5 outs. Over in 4 of his 6 starts. Going to go ahead and face a Royals team that struggles versus right-handers. They do hit left-handers, but they cannot hit right-handers at all. So we'll take Bobby Miller over 16.5 outs. And also, what about Michael Lorenzen? What about over in 9 of his last 10 starts? Over in 9 of his last 10 starts. And we're getting this at minus 110 for over 16.5 outs. Rockies also can't hit right-handers. So I love this one right here. Give me over 16.5 outs for Michael Lorenzen. All right, 4th inning long shots. Got to give these guys some dogs today. And I got a couple. What do you got?
Just one true long shot, I would say. It's going to be a plus 162 on the Washington Nationals.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I'll take the Washington Nationals. If they're going to win, it's going to have to come out of the bats because I'm not really necessarily trusting the bullpen here. But that's why you take the Nationals is pretty much for the offense and the low strikeout rates. And if you're getting plus 162, it's not undoable, obviously. They've pulled off a decent amount of wins there that at some really good plus money that I've seen. Sorry, swallowed wrong. But yes. That's the only underdog that I have today is just the Washington Nationals plus 162.
All right, let me go ahead and give you, I guess 3-ish, two. But let me talk about this. Pirates F5 money lines at plus 125. So that's obviously classifies as a dog. They're a dog on the full game. Maybe you take the full game if you like them through the first 5, but Pirates bullpen just sucks, and I don't want any piece of really that Pirates bullpen, especially when you stack it up against what the Brewers bullpen is going right now. But you get Freddie Peralta up against Bido. Bido hasn't faced this Brewers team, new to the MLB, so hitter familiarity should be on his side on that one. Meanwhile, Peralta just went up against this Pirates team not too long ago. He was successful in that, but let's see if he can do it again when it would be 3 starts later. Even if he can't, I'm getting the better offense in the Pirates versus right-handed. It's marginally better, but it is better. It's a better batting average. It's a better slugging. It's a better ones created. It is better. It's small, but I'm getting the better offense, and I'm also getting the hitter familiarity. I think when I play this, though, I'm going to drop it down and do a half, like plus 0.5 at minus 113, just to, in case there's a tie, I want to get rewarded. So that's how we'll do it in that game. But also, I think you could do the Astros over the Rangers, plus 155. I'm getting a big bullpen advantage. I'm getting a big hitting advantage. Again, we like John Gray under 5.5. Astros just really clicking right now from an offensive standpoint. And the bullpen is outperforming the Rangers by a good bit. So I like the Astros at plus 155. And then I also like the Diamondbacks at plus 135. They're doing a lot of good right now versus right-handed and left-handed pitching. And the Angels bullpen is god-awful. You saw it in action against the White Sox series. Losing the last 2 games of that series, just couldn't stop teams from scoring late in the games. They've had trouble with that. So Astros plus 155, Diamondbacks plus 135. Your 2 full game dog of the days. Let's get to keep swinging 5th inning. Give these guys some hitting props. What do you got?
I'm looking at Enrique Hernandez of the Boston Red Sox and I'm looking at him to go under on hits. So just to not get a hit. He's had 16 at-bats, and Jose Barrios has gotten to him in those 16 at-bats. He's only gotten 1 hit, and it was a single. Otherwise, a few strikeouts there and whatnot. Beyond that, if you're looking at his game logs, he's gone hitless quite a lot with 4 at-bats. So he's been playing full games and just not bringing in a ton there. And then let's see what else. Oh, and if not for Jose Barrios, the Toronto bullpen looks pretty strong there as well.
Yeah. What was the player's name? I apologize. I missed him.
Enrique Hernandez or Enrique Hernandez of the Boston Red Sox to go under on hits. So no hits for Hernandez.
Good. That's a good little identifier. Remember, guys, you always get those at good plus money. So that could be a nice cash for you guys tonight. Look at Joey Wendell. If Charlie Morton starts tonight for the Braves, it's unconfirmed right now. But if you do get Charlie Morton, you can look at Joey Wendell. He's 6 for 12 up against Charlie Morton with 2 Ks. What about Andrew McCutchen? He's going up against Freddie Peralta, where he's 4 for 6, 2 doubles and 1 K. Again, just saw him a few weeks ago, so should even help that even more. Alex Verdugo of the Boston Red Sox, he's 7 for 17 up against Barrios, 1 home run and 2 Ks. And then if you want to go to this Phillies game, Kyle Schwarber hits 385 and Trey Turner hits 500 off of today's starter there, John Gray. So I could look for either one of those guys. This one I found awfully funny if you want to look at Matt Chapman of the Toronto Blue Jays. How about never have a hit off James Paxton in 14 at-bats? He's 0 for 14. How about those 14 at-bats? He's had 9 strikeouts. 9 strikeouts. Never had a hit. Maybe you could take a good plus 155 off of Matt Chapman to not get a hit. Then let me throw out one other one I learned yesterday in watching that Padres-Pirates game that I mentioned that I was watching on earlier yesterday. They were talking about Brian Reynolds coming off the disabled list, and they showed him in the batting cage taking some swings, and they were talking about his return. And then they mentioned his return if it came tonight up against Freddie Peralta, where he's 10 for 21 is what the crew said doing that game. They're saying 10 for 21 against Freddie Peralta. If you see Brian Reynolds, don't take a chance on him pregame, because if he only pinch hits, you don't want the one at-bat. But if you get full game and it's Brian Reynolds back off the disabled list, look for him up against Freddie Peralta. That's what we got for you today, and keep swinging. Let's go ahead and get to It's a Steal. I'd like to give you guys a really bona fide, phenomenal play, and I'll cook up a NRFI of the day. What the hell?
Yeah, mine's nothing you can even remotely touch anymore, but this is, I guess, where I'm going to self-plug and say if you want these types of plays for the overnight, this is what the Hockey Squirrel Discord is all about, is trying to grab things like this where you get the Chicago Cubs at a minus 160, and I do believe they're minus 190 now at the moment with Justin Steele.
Yes, sir.
If I saw it correctly, and I did see it correctly. It is minus 190. The game opened minus 150, so I hesitated a little bit, and I was like, do I really want this at minus 160? But I trusted the numbers that I have, and rolled with it anyway, and here we are 30 cents later of closing line value. So that is my absolute steal of the day.
Love it. When I sent the tweet out earlier today, back in the Cubs, they were minus 160 over on BetMGM. They get all the advantages. Obviously, I'll talk about them a little bit later. I do want to back that Cubs money line, but I like that. For my sixth inning, it's a steal. I like about the NRFI of the day. I think Marlins got to be playing the Braves. I love just fucking blindly taking a Marlins NRFI more than anybody. But I can't take it against the Braves, because the Braves, we know, they YRFI more times than not, 42%. That's not more times than not in terms of percentage-wise, but nobody's better at scoring the first inning of the Braves. So I can't do that, especially when I got this Slappy on the mound, do the Marlins, so I can't take it. I like Brewers-Pirates. Brewers-Pirates, both teams are a really poor average right now versus right-handers. Freddie Peralta, even though the Pirates will be ready, just saw him. Freddie Peralta's got that dog at him. And then Bido, I'm telling you right now, he's cashing over 4.5 Ks. He's cashing over 16.5 outs. His team hits below the Mendoza line for his right-handed pitching during the Milwaukee Brewers. This guy's going to have himself a nice little day. And in the process, he's going to cash a minus 105 NRFI in the first inning for the Brewers. Pirates, minus 105 NRFI of the day. Seventh inning, we got to give these guys our best bet. Best bet, juice of size. What do you got for me? Best bet.
It's always really difficult to make a best bet. I would think that would have been the Cubs. You can't get it anymore. So I will give out another game that I have not talked about at all. Should be a fun one to watch if you're trying to root for runs. I'm looking at the Tigers and the Rockies. I went over 11. Let me see if it's still there. I think it is. Yep, it's still at 11. And all right, look, so you have Gomber, which you're already expecting to get crushed. He has terrible numbers. You think he's going to go under, 3.5 strikeouts? I mean, that's not even a very high number to begin with. Disregarding my projections, right. I can understand why it's that low and why you would want to go under. So then you bring in a Colorado bullpen, which I think is pretty horseshit as well. You throw in the altitude of Colorado and the fact that the Tigers are hitting, is Gomber lefty and they hit lefties? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there you are. Expect Tigers to probably run that up. However, you do expect runs, and expect the Rockies probably to contribute there. We haven't even talked about the Tigers. Why are we not talking about the Tigers? They probably are the play at such low juice today.
Yeah, they are. I talked about them in the second inning.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I must have.
So what was your bet for the best bet? How were you backing the Tigers? I missed it. What was your best?
Oh, I was going to go over 11 and just say that there's going to be a lot of runs in Coors.
Oh, just the full game over 11? Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Hard not to like that, folks. Hard not to like that. For my best bet, I think it would be the Tigers. Keep that in mind. I didn't have this formatted right. That's what happens when you do when you're doing this at 5 in the morning. So I got to touch on a game that I haven't talked about. I haven't talked about the Nationals taking on the Phillies. What do we love about this Nationals team? We only love the offense. The only goddamn thing we love about it. I'm taking that F5 team total over 1.5 where they absolutely crush left-handed pitching. They're getting Christopher Sanchez today for the Phillies where he's allowed 2 of his 3 opponents to go over 1.5 runs in the first 5. His miss is the Athletics. I love it when you look at somebody's baseball card, you can instantly dismiss it. It's like, oh yeah, shit, of course he missed against the Athletics. They're dog shit. Ain't going to miss against this Nationals team. They hit left-handers way too well. How about a top 5 offense versus left-handed? That's right. Hitting 267, weighted runs created at 120. We know they don't strike out at 20.6%. Decent slugging at 477. That's up there. That's actually 7th best, the slugging at 477. So, all right, sign me up. Nationals F5 team total over 1.5. It is minus 145, but that is your best bet today. 8th inning, we got to give these guys our favorite parlay. We need a 2-teamer from you, Squirrel, on this Friday. I need drinks paid for tonight on this holiday weekend.
Can I get out of that by giving you a WNBA pick now?
Oh, now we are doing WNBA. Yes, we've got Ross in the chat. He was wanting a WNBA pick. Hook Ross up.
Yeah, let's see here. I think it is the Atlanta Dream +2.
But do you think it is, or is it? You're getting me a little nervous.
It is. Atlanta Dream +2 is the play for you.
About this cashing right now. Atlanta Dream +2. You got that, Ross? If you want to dabble in some WNBA tonight, if you want to not do anything on this great Friday night,
there's a +2.5. Actually, I just found
but you got to watch it,
I
Ross. If you bet this shit, Ross, you got to sit there and watch it. You cannot just bet this and check the box score. You have got to sit there and watch this fantastic of a WNBA game that's going to unfold tonight. You on board?
Yeah. I found a +2.5 actually. So
get it. Get it. There you go. Ross is chiming back in. All right, he's on it. +2.5. What's the book? Help Ross out. What's the book?
The one that I got, the 2.5, that's Bookmaker, but you'd have to be using offshores. I can check real quick for.
Help him out.
They have 2.5 at DraftKings. They have 2.5 at BetMGM. They have 2.5 at FanDuel. Yeah.
2.5. Dream 2.5. Good luck there, Ross. Anybody else who decides to tail? All right, let me know how exciting that game is. If you made it through all 4 quarters and watched all that. All right. So I got to give a parlay today. Cubs money line. I mean, it's minus 150 now. It's minus 190. Seems like everybody's jumping on it. They're jumping on it with good right. There's a reason why we like Steele to go over 16.5 outs. We talked about the Guardians' struggle versus left-handers, so we don't need to repeat that. We will talk about how the Cubs are really good right now versus right-handers. How about the 7th best batting average? How about the 8th best weighted runs created? How about the 5th best slugging percentage at 528? And they don't strike out at 20.9%. We love this Cubs offense. So they're going to get it done. This bullpen right now. How about number 1 opponent's batting average, number 1 whip, number 1 ERA. The ERA is 0.76. Last 10 days, 0.76 with opponent's batting average 125. So anyways, it's the number 1 whip, it's the number 1 opponent's batting average, it's the number 1 ERA, it's the 4th best FIP, and it's the number 1 BABIP. You want this Cubs bullpen. Give me that Cubs money line, and then I'm going to parlay with Dodgers +2.5. Are the Dodgers going down to Kansas City and getting a win today? You're goddamn right they're going to do it. But I just did +2.5. I have no idea why. I just did it. I don't know. I just really like the Cubs money line and wanted a safe juice reducer, so to speak. You know what I mean? So Dodgers ain't losing this game by 3 or more. I can tell you that right now. I think they're for damn sure they're going to win this game. They've got fantastic hitting and bullpen and starting pitching advantage. But I really just wanted something to bring the juice down on the Cubs money line. Got it at -120. Dodgers +2.5. Cubs money line. Let's throw these bets on the screen. I'm going to throw them up here right now. Then let's talk about everything. I want to add some overs, unders, Squirrel, if we agree in rapid fire. So I am tossing these 14 bets on the screen right now, but depending on what Squirrel says here in rapid fire, these ain't going to be the only 14 I'm betting. I'm willing to add some to it. Yes, boys, you're going to want to take a screenshot because this is a lot of bets.
Holy hell.
14 of them, Squirrel. I'm done holding back bets. I'm Rolling them out there, boys. There we go. We're going to go into Steele over 16.5 outs. Bobby Miller over 16.5 outs. Lorenzen over 16.5 outs. Bido over 16.5 outs. Bido over 4.5 Ks. Gray under 5.5 Ks. Give me that Cubs-Dodgers parlay I just mentioned there in the 8th inning double play. Cubs money line, Yankees money line. Nationals F5 team total. That's going to be your best bet today. Don't forget about that Tigers F5 team total. Hit that Tigers full game team total as well. Pirates on that F5 run line plus a half run. And then your 3 team right there. I got 3 teams today that are going to each score 3+ runs. Lock it in. James is following you on DraftKings for that plus 2.5. What's up there, Louise? You'll bet it, and you'll check the score later. You'll be drinking and watching MLB. He says, I will not be watching that WNBA. I'm chilling with some beers on baseball. Sounds like a good Friday night to me, my man. Sounds like a nice Friday night. We'll get one to start the weekend. Everybody's tailing this WNBA pick. What we're unloading the clip. What you had a question? Do you want to? What website did you use for some of those free analysis? If you don't mind sharing, the free one that you mentioned.
I would recommend just taking any DFS site you can think of, checking the numbers. Right, there are some DFS services that have free, like FanDuel owns Number Fire. There's like an idea for you.
Cool. Perfect. I'm trying to get a fireworks show tonight. I'm cashing tonight. All right, let's do it. Let's see if we can add any bets. See if Squirrel and I agree on some over-unders or some money lines or what have you right there. Let's kick it off with some Friday afternoon baseball in Wrigley. What's better than Friday afternoon baseball in the great city of Chicago? This town is going to be hopping this week. We get NASCAR in town this weekend. Guardians and Cubs are going to kick things off with an over-under of 8.5. Guardians plus 165. Cubs minus 195. This game will stay under because as Guardians bullpen is absolutely fantastic too. Not like the Cubs, but the Guardians bullpen does rate in the top 7 across Major League Baseball in the major categories. Under 8.5. Who gives a shit about the total though? You really want that Cubs money line.
Yep, I'm on it as well. Happy, proud owner of a plus 160 ticket.
A plus 160, you're on Guardians?
Or minus
160. Okay. And you didn't so you just played it straight up minus 160, no parlay like I did. Gotcha.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Padres and Reds with an over-under of 11. Padres minus 135. Reds plus 115. We didn't talk about this game, but you can see on the very bottom I am backing that Reds offense. That's because the Padres bullpen is shit outside of Josh Hader, and Seth Lugo is not all that good. And the Reds offense remains, even though they've hit a little bit of a slump, losing 2 out of 3 to the Braves. They put up a lot of runs, and that offense remains right on up there. Saw it even against the Orioles. So they're definitely getting 3 runs. I would bet that the over would hit because Graham Ashcraft has not been good in his own right after a decent start. He's really fallen off. And I would really just want the plus money price for the Reds. So I would go Reds and over.
Yeah, I hear you on the over. Logically, it makes complete sense. I get all of it, and it's why it's hard for me to go against the model that I have at the moment. Because it's saying the under. So it's like hard for me to look at all of what really is there and say, yeah, are you sure with these starting pitchers and all of this? But I trust my numbers, man, and I'm gonna go with it. So I'll be on the under, but it's not pretty. I understand.
Nationals and Phillies with an over-under of 9.5. Nationals plus 155. Phillies minus 180. We got the Squirrels dog of the day. God. Mm-hmm. I could easily come around if the bullpen just wasn't like bad because you get nice hitting advantages and the Phillies offense is tailed off versus right-handed pitching. I'll do it for rapid fire. I'll be with you on that Nationals. I mean, it's the only way to bet. You're not paying Phillies minus 180 with how good the Nationals offense is and how much better the Nationals offense is versus left-handers. So you can only be on the Nationals. So I will be on the Nationals, 155.
Hey, thanks.
Brewers and Pirates with an over-under of 8.5. Brewers minus 135. Pirates plus 115. I'll stick the Pirates. Full game money line.
Brewers and Pirates. I didn't do anything with this, so I'm just going to tell whatever you did.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, come along. I think the Pirates will be winning through the first 5. That's an official bet at minus 113. Reds and Orioles with an over-under of 8.5. Twins minus 105. Orioles minus 115. Nobody brought up this game at all. Pablo Lopez up against Dean Kremer. This game's going over.
I'll be a homer I'll be a homer, and I will take the Minnesota Twins, but only in the first 5 innings because I don't trust our own bullpen. Horseshit. And I think minus 110 is the best I can actually do. There are some minus 120s out there, but yeah, you can get minus 115 at some of the books. FanDuel, for some reason, rocketed to minus 130. But yeah, I'll take Pablo Lopez and the Twins first 5 innings.
I'll take them on the full game. The bullpen's not that bad. I love Griffin Jackson. I love.
I don't trust
when
him.
he
I've
comes
been to
out.
enough games. I saw it. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want anything to do with
I'm
it.
telling you right now, if I rifled off these stats, without the names, you would say, "Oh, I'll take that one," and that one is easily the Minnesota Twins over the Baltimore Orioles. So I'll go full game minus 105. I'll take the dog today in the Twins.
Well, thank you for your I don't know, something.
Hey,
your,
confidence
kind
in your
words
team.
towards my Minnesota Twins.
I like it. Minus 105. I would also take the over, by the way. Over 8.5 in the minus 105. Red Sox and Blue Jays
They
over
are
under
mine.
9.
I own them.
Red Sox plus 120. Blue Jays minus 140. This was a tough one to me. I will probably just take the under 9 and not try and predict the winner. This was tough, though.
Jason, we're against each other again because I think I'm on the over in the. I am. I'm on over 9 in the Red Sox and Blue Jays. So you better resend your pick there, pal.
Okay. Giants and Mets over under of 9. Giants minus 125. Mets plus 105. I could only be on
Tell
the
me you're on
Giants.
the over here. Tell me you're on the over here.
Let me check the Mets bullpen.
Tell me.
Hold on. I know the Giants bullpen.
You just have to check your newsletter, your email from last night. It's the over 9.
Oh, I didn't check my email yet. I did get the notifications that there's a few in the inbox. Where the hell? There they are. Ooh, over 9's the play. Yep, over. Giants are going to contribute to damn near all that. So Giants team total is obviously a great play. Get Carrasco, shit bullpen in the Mets. Yeah, over. Like it. And Giants money line.
Yeah.
Marlins and Braves. Okay, and now I'm seeing the first time I've seen a pitcher for this, and it's not Charlie Morton, so you can ignore the Joey Wendell call. Looks like DraftKings is showing
Soroka.
Michael Soroka up against whoever the hell this guy is for the Marlins. Over under of 9.5. Marlins plus 155. Braves minus 180. That makes me want to play Braves run line.
Here's my deal, right? I saw the Marlins and Braves open at 10. Now, it's important to note that the two most important market-making books do not have a line yet, and that would be Circa, and that would be Chris, or Bookmaker. Do not have lines yet, so the market's just kind of operating blindly and flying around right now. Open 10 went down to 9.5. Now we're juiced to the gills at 9.5 again, so I'm waiting, hoping, praying, cross my fingers that this gets back to 10 so I can slam the under.
Slam the under. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and do that then. Let's do the next game here. Astros and Rangers over under of 9. Astros plus 150. Rangers minus 175. Astros money line and over 9.
Didn't really do much with the game. Astros are plus 150. Hello.
Yeah, they were my dog of the day, or one of them.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, damn right. You're getting you're getting a way better bullpen. You're getting a way better offense. And that's
better ingredients and better pizza too.
I don't know if you're getting the better starter, but getting the other two advantages. So that's a dog of the day for me all day long. All Dodgers and Royals. God damn, Dodgers, please win this game or do something to not lose by 3 or more. Over under of 9.5. Dodgers minus 215. Royals plus 185. Full-on bullpen day for the Royals, so that gets you all kinds of excited.
Yeah, I was going to say, who the hell is A. Marsh? And if you're going to the bullpen for the Royals...
Yeah, somebody's going to come out of this bullpen and have to get 3 innings work, and that boy's going to be in for a rough day against this Dodgers offense. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Can't imagine Royals win that game, buddy. Should be good there.
Nope. Tigers and Rockies over under of 11. I tried to do Austin Gomber in a winning pitcher no parlay, but I felt like I had everything else faded against him. I figured I'd spare that poor soul another bet fading him. But Austin Gomber, if you're looking for a juice reducer, him to not be the winning pitcher is like kind of a no-brainer play. It's actually not even that juicy. It's only like minus 350. So if you're looking for a good juice reducer, it's got to be that. Over under of 11. Tigers minus 115. Rockies minus 105. Tigers money line. Like, I probably maybe should have tailed off maybe the team totals and just gone heavy on one of them, a lot of units. Like, smash spot with how bad this bullpen is, how bad Gomber is. It's Tigers money line and unload the clip.
Yeah, for real. For real. Can't find a reason why you would back the Rockies. I really can't. I'm on the over here as well, but and I haven't taken the Tigers, but I really think I need to. I mean,
Lorenzen has gone 6 deep in 9 of his last 10 starts. 9 of his last 10 starts, he's gone 6 deep, and the Rockies can't hit right-handed pitching. Minus 115? I've got more than one unit on that money line, if you're wondering. Yes, I've got more than one unit on it.
Hey, thank you for sharing. I was wondering, actually.
I had to get in a little closer because I didn't want the sports books to hear it. You got this big microphone, and they're out here listening. But if I come in closer, they don't hear me say that I've got a lot of units on Tigers money line. Let's get it, boys.
I got the money. I got the money.
All right. Yankees are dogs at minus 105. Cardinals are minus 115. Over under of 9.5. You like the over. I like the Yankees. I just going to stick to a minus 105 because better offense, better starter, better bullpen. It's all better by
better
long
ingredients.
Margins. How's this minus 105? I have no idea. Yankees are cooking. They're getting some confidence, putting up multiple games of scoring double-digit runs and coming off a perfect game 2 nights ago. It's coming. It's humming.
Cardinals trying to bounce back, taking the over on the Cardinals. I'll go head-to-head with you. You're wearing panties on Wednesday.
Hold on. You want to go head-to-head on Cardinals Yankees? You want to make that shit on Bet Openly? You want to create an account?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I will.
I'm going to take your money, Squirrel. I'm coming to take your money. I hate to do it. I hate to do it. It's such a good guy. Such a just a stand-up person. Got some great values over there. But, you know, I'm coming hunting. So create that bet. Somehow I'm going to create an account. I have no idea. But I'm going to do it.
Right.
You want the worst offense by far. You want the worst bullpen by far. And you want Liberatore to somehow outduel Severino. Good effing luck. I'm taking the Yankees. Diamondbacks and Angels with an over-under of 9.5. Diamondbacks plus 135. Angels minus 155. Here's my second dog of the day in those Diamondbacks plus 135. Take it.
Yes.
Squirrel.
Backing it as well.
You know, by the way, I had Ohtani yesterday over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. You know, after 2 strikeouts and 2 walks, he got an appearance in the 9th inning. He jacked a 2-run home run. Woo!
Damn.
Talk about a cash out of nowhere. That feels good because, you know, we can sit here and we get screwed a ton, right? Last batter, pitching change
all the time.
Due to some illness. Like, shit happens. That like, balances it out, right? Like, that was a win I didn't deserve.
Yeah, because
right?
it's got to happen the other way.
Balances
you know,
it out.
like it does happen the other way.
Yeah. I only just remember the screwings, but I'm going to remember that Ohtani one for a minute. Rays and Mariners over under of 7.5. Rays minus 130, Mariners plus 110. If I'm backing this game, now keep in mind the Rays have a good bullpen. McClanahan exited that last game with a back injury. I'd really just want to take the Rays on a shortened game here, even though I'd really trust the Rays bullpen. It's good, but the Mariners are going to struggle against McClanahan. That's a certainty, but how long is McClanahan going to go is a touch of a concern. So I will take a Rays minus 130, and I'm not messing around with the 7.5 total. Give me the Rays money line.
I will mess around with the total. I want the under, and I don't really care about a winner.
All right, so
as we speak, I'm trying to get something here. There it is. Boom, 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 boom. Got it, and I'm in on the Marlins and Braves under 10. It went to 10. We got there.
You got your under?
Braves. Yeah. Yep, it should be 10 across the board if you want to take it. Bookmaker opened. Bookmaker and Circa opened. Circa opened 10, so the market response goes to 10. That's how the game be played.
Remember that day we were gonna make a bet against each other, and we said, you know, whoever wins or loses, we'll do a role reversal on the next show.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the Yankees win, we'll do the role reversal. If not, we'll just keep it all the same. We'll come out. But on Wednesday's show, when we come back from the 4th of July, if the Yankees are won, he'll sit there and do my bit, and he'll sound like me. He'll be loud and obnoxious and really fast. And then when it's Squirrel's turn to talk, I'll talk like him. I'll have the models, I'll have the numbers, I'll have the projections. It'll all be here, and we'll see
So
how shit
I'm
lines
calling
up.
you Jason still, but I'm gonna be
Yes.
just acting like you.
So we'll do Yankees minus 105. Book
Let's
it,
get
boys.
ourselves a Jason. Jason, how's it going this morning?
So it'll be. All right.
Oh,
I don't know
my
if
God.
we agreed on enough of those over-unders for me to quite add one. I'm going back through and I'm looking actually. Did we agree on those over-unders for me to have enough confidence to slap a unit on one? Why didn't we? Did you like that over in the Orioles Twins? By the way, what did you like in that game?
I didn't pick a total. I just went with the Twins' first five because I like Pablo Lopez and I don't trust bullpen. But, dude, I mean, with all things considered,
I like that Twins money line.
The under. I like the under, but you might be able to wait a while and get it at 9. It's juiced
Yeah.
pretty hard. It's
Yeah.
juiced pretty hard. I would wait and see if you can get 9 because with Pablo Lopez, Dean Kremer, and then, yeah. I mean, Pablo Lopez is just in general is always involved in low-scoring games that move very fast. He's efficient. Kremer is no like pushover. I don't believe so.
That doesn't sound accurate. Hold on. Hold on a second.
You think Kremer sucks?
Yeah. Hold on.
Really? I don't think so. Let's see. 1.36 whip, 4.5 ERA.
Lopez here. Hold on. Lopez's last game.
I don't
under,
think he's
over,
terrible,
under,
man.
over. Jesus.
Hey, if you took that Atlanta Dream plus 2.5, it's now +1. You're beating the closing line. Congrats.
No, I did not. I didn't get it in.
You're
fast
doing
enough.
good. No,
And
it's still there. Hurry. Yeah, it's at BetMGM. It's at FanDuel, DraftKings, Caesar.
I
No,
can't
it's not
do it because
Caesar.
that'll force me to like pay attention. And I can't do that.
Bro, you're gonna beat the line by a whole point right now.
That's
A point and a half. Wait. No, it's
Point and a half.
+1 and we got it +2.5. So yeah, a whole point and a half. Almost a basket. You'll beat it thing.
All right, boys, there's Friday's show. Locked and loaded, 14 bets. Go ahead and give us a follow on Twitter. Hop on over to hockeysquirrel.com. That's where you'll find our plays for the next 4 days because it is July 4th weekend, so we'll come back on Wednesday. Wednesday will be the next show. Want to wish everybody a happy 4th. Have fun with your friends and the family. Stay safe. Don't blow off any goddamn fingers. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. Have a good one, fellas.